I have for you today one of those stories that, gosh darn it, it's sort of a feel-good story. Somebody did something great and we can be glad about that. But it's something great that was only necessary because of how dystopian circumstances are in the United States. What do I mean? You'll see as soon as I give you the details. Headline: Stacey Abrams, who we like, Stacey Abrams PAC wipes out $212 million in medical debt for 108,000 people. Wow. What a beautiful thing to do. Newsweek writes, a political organization led by Stacey Abrams has paid off the medical debts owed by 108,000 people in 5 states. The Fair Fight Political Action Committee donated $1.34 million to the nonprofit organization Rest in Peace Medical Debt to clear debts that carried a face value of $212 million. The state where the most people received the payoffs was Georgia. 69,000 people had medical bills paid. 27,000 Arizonans had their debts paid. 8,000 Louisianans and 2,000 Mississippians and Alabamans have had their debts paid. Abrams says, I know firsthand how medical costs and a broken healthcare system put families further into debt, etc., etc. What a beautiful thing to do. But this is another one of those feel-good stories, and it is a great thing that Stacey Abrams PAC did. It's a great thing. Unburdening people of medical debt in this way. These are stories that should not exist. Remember that show Breaking Bad? Arguably one of the best dramatic television programs in history. I would argue, I would put it up there with any other show. That is a show whose premise wouldn't work in Canada. It wouldn't work in Denmark, right? Teacher gets sick with cancer and starts making and selling meth to pay for his medical treatment. You understand? And then this reminds me, of course, of little Johnny did a bake sale to raise money for little Emily's cancer treatment. How lovely. Shouldn't be necessary. Dystopian that it even exists in one of the richest countries in the world. So with all of these stories, I sort of repeat what has been my perspective for a long time. We can find the actions of individuals admirable while finding the circumstances that precipitated them disgusting and immoral. And that's exactly what we have here. You know, you talk to people in other countries, medical debt. What do you mean medical debt? What does that mean exactly? And in many countries, particularly countries that are as rich as ours, medical bankruptcy is not a thing. Medical debt in this way is not a thing. And Stacey Abrams is throwing millions, $1.3 million, to pay off what was $212 million of face value of medical expenditures for over 100,000 different people. She's great. What was done is fantastic, shouldn't be necessary, and just another signal about how broken many of our systems are at this point in time. I would love to hear from you about it. If your perspective is different, let me know. But admirable individual actions based on completely horrifying circumstances beyond Stacey Abrams' control. Stacey Abrams is working within the system to try to improve circumstances for different people. Okay, next week, I want to let everybody know we are going to be on alert for the verdict in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. The case is going to the jury. We've been covering it for a while. I just want to let everybody know it's conceivable because sometimes you only get an hour to 90 minutes notice that the verdict has been reached. My intention is to cover that live. We've been covering the trial daily since the start, and I really want to make every effort to kind of complete that. Depending on when it happens, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we don't know how long the jury is going to deliberate. It could be 2 weeks. We just have no idea. It may throw off when some of the shows over the next couple of weeks are published. So I'm just asking for you, from you for a little bit of latitude as far as that goes going forward. In terms of the schedule upcoming, we're going to be here all of next week. The following week, it's Thanksgiving week here in the United States. We will only be doing a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday show. We'll run repeats on Thursday and Friday, but we will be doing a short week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then we'll be back with everything else normal, etc. One other programming note. We don't usually promote interviews ahead of time because it happens maybe 1 out of 20 1 out of 18 guests bails at the last second. And that's why we often don't promote interviews in advance. Dozens and dozens of you have said, please talk to Andrew Yang about his third party. We are going to be, we're recording the interview with Andrew Yang in the next week, but it is scheduled to air on November 23rd. Okay. So the second to last show before Thanksgiving, we are planning to have a wide-ranging interview with Andrew Yang. We will talk about the forward party. We will talk about a lot of different things. If you have things you want me to ask Andrew Yang about, you can email info@davidpakman.com and let me know. So with that, we'll take a quick break. Let me know your thoughts, where you are on the Rittenhouse trial. You can find me on Twitter @dpakman. And we're going to be back with your calls. I'm going to go over your emails. We've got a lot of other things to discuss on this tremendous Friday show. One of our sponsors is Splendid Spoon. Now, if you're like me, I love planning my meals out for the week, but sometimes I just run out of time to plan them for every single day. And Splendid Spoon makes that whole process a lot easier. They deliver fresh, delicious, plant-based meals right to your door, ready to eat. No cooking, no cleaning dishes, saves you a lot of time. You can choose from over 50 hot and cold meal options. There's smoothies, grain and noodle bowls, soups. I'm a big soup guy. Many of you know that. I also really liked the vegan meatballs with marinara noodles. Delicious. Both I and Splendid Spoon believe eating more plant-based is a great tool for feeling good, for helping the environment. The list goes on. I'm not vegan. You all know that, I think. But Splendid Spoon is really great to just help me maximize the proportion of plants in my diet. Splendid Spoon takes all of the work out of tasty, healthy, plant-based meals. And you'll save $35 when you go to splendidspoon.com/Pacman. The link is down below.